Hello from our unfinished tavern room. This video is directed mostly to my real life friends, but I will also give you a quick update on what is going on and what's coming up. But first let's take a look at 2023. By the way, I wrote a script and yes, I will read it, and no, I did not memorize the whole monologue. Deal with it. Most of the things that happened to me in the last year were unexpected, to say the least. I spontaneously started the year with very good friends in Austria, where we went up the snowy mountain top. Something I haven't done in ages. All the mountaintops I climbed in Iceland were without snow and much smaller, so that doesn't count. That 5-day trip was very enjoyable. Thank you to everyone who made it so. Soon after that, my dad had its first stroke. I spoke about that in my State of the Channel State of Me video that I filmed in Bali. I don't want to go into much detail again here, you can watch it after this. In November, my father sadly passed away after 10 very hard months for everyone involved, most of all for himself. So many people were here for our family, and I can't thank every single one of you enough for all the help you so generously gave us. I also want to express my gratitude to my sister and her husband again. Without them, I probably would have had a burnout. They came all the way from Australia and stayed for 3 months, organized so many things, including moving our dad to a care home, which was necessary, and also gave me the opportunity to regain my strength for the rest of the year, since I was overworked already. They enabled me to unwind in Bali for a while, and I am very grateful for that. Before I talk about Bali, I also want to thank my amazing colleagues from the theater for being there for me all year and carry the load with me. You also took a lot of pressure off me, and I am really thankful for that. 2023 I thought was the year when my channel finally fully starts with regular videos and a constant growth. Sadly, that was not the case, since my priorities had to shift. Family obviously comes first. Initially, we had the idea of traveling to Thailand to Richie's dad as the whole family in summer. So Richie, my dad after his rehabilitation in spring, and myself from Germany, as well as my sister and brother-in-law from Australia. Even though my dad got a little better, it became apparent that a journey like this was not an option, so my sister decided they would come here. Then I saw Fonsi Abroad, you should really check out his channel. Fonsi promoted a group trip to Bali, and I knew immediately that I really needed exactly this. I craved tropical weather and island life for years and years, was close to a burnout from all the stress, and most amazingly being able to travel with and learn from a fellow YouTuber who is much further in the game than me could not only help me unwind and relax, but gave me the opportunity to learn a lot on the island of digital nomads. The absolute best thing about it, though, is the fact that I can consider this beautiful human being a friend now. I made a lot of new friends this year. On that journey in Bali alone, there are so many people that I hopefully will meet again, sooner rather than later. Besides Fonsi, there is Ricard and Ty, my roomie William, but also everyone else from that group trip. When I wrote this, I thought about mentioning all 19 of you, but my friends will meet you, my newest friends from all over the world, in my Bali vlogs 2 and 3, which will be our group trip. But I want to thank everyone for welcoming me into their hearts. We were quite the mix of different personalities, but all of you were nothing but friendly to me, and I do hope we meet again, as I said. After the group trip, I went to the Lost Creator House, instantly regretting that I only booked 5 nights, because it felt like I was welcomed home. Intan, thank you for having me. I will come again someday. As with Fonsi's group trip, there are too many new friends to mention, and I will only mention a few, otherwise this video gets way too long. Basically everyone in the house welcomed me with open arms. I got so much good advice from all of you. The conversation that still sticks to my mind the most was with Amy. Amy Rainbow Skates on Instagram. I'll link her below. What she can do on wheels is just otherworldly. You gotta see it. Trust me. Anyway, Amy, remember when we had that talk outside at the shirtless breakfast when you asked if I can envision myself being a professional YouTuber and if I do know the road to get there? I still do, and I think about that conversation every time I give myself a hard time for taking too long to post a video or something like that. What I mean is, I know that my channel could not grow a lot in 2023, but I still know the road ahead and I know that it will all come in time. It just took a little longer again, but I will definitely get there. Raman, I also want to thank you specifically for a lot of good advice and help. Your work ethic, well, everyone's work ethic in the LCH was inspirational. Martin, Federico, Nina, Lashuk, Tuan, Matt, Max, Tina, and all those I forgot right now. Thank you for making me believe in myself even more than before, and an unforgettable week that felt like spending it with family. And I'm still sad our time was way too short. Christian, Lost LeBlanc, thank you again for planting that seed in my brain 3 years ago. It was great to actually meet you in Bali and have a chat and a workout with you. I never expected we see each other while I'm there. We will meet again, I'm sure. Before Bali, I went to the Conquest of Mythodea, like every year since 2012. The people there are also another branch of my extended family. Thank you all who made this last conquest a very special one. Everyone in our camp, that is the Icelanders, Richie and Patrick, you made our camp something really special this year. Thanks as well to our neighbors Exilia, Rätien, the Ulumulus, the whole Viribusonitis in fact. It's always like coming home camping with you every year. Ben, I also want to thank you in particular for several things this past year. You had a lot of kind and helpful words for me in Discord when needed. When summer was over, I came back to Germany. I immediately had to start working again, as well as getting acquainted with the new situation of my dad living in a care home. My sister was still here and still helped me, but it was time for her to fly home again soon after I came back. I went to my dad several days a week and in the end every day before he passed away on November 12th. At that time I was working on my annual Unus Annus video, which would have been due on the 14th of November, but for obvious reasons that was not an option anymore. It will be the next video you see on the channel though. After that comes my third Egypt vlog, the Conquest video for 2023, and the second Bali vlog, which is the beginning of my group trip with Fonsi. Also there are several music recordings waiting to be published. Thank you to everyone who was there for me when my dad passed away. My family, our family's friends, my personal friends, as well as my colleagues from the theater. You made my life and my grief much easier in that time, and I thank you for it. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's what the video is about, so thank you to all the friends I never find time for understanding that I do love you all, but I've just been too busy. There's that one friend, for example, who lives just 500 meters away, hello Janos, whom I see less frequent than my friends in Austria or Iceland.
I'm a bastard, I know.
Dani and Madden, thank you for a beautiful and funny Christmas Eve. Katrin and Doro, many thanks to you for the whole year of being there for me, and thank you Fiona and Jan for letting Richie and me start and end this year with you. Plus the bunch of people you brought, Holger. We had a very fun New Year's Eve, thanks for that. All the way down to the last days of this past year I met amazing, lovely, wonderful, beautiful people, and I could not be more grateful. These last few days of 2023 were as amazing as the year started, and I felt very comfortable and relaxed. Thanks. With the highlights of Conquest and Bali in the middle, there is a lot of stuff worth remembering. Even my dad's situation had good side effects. It brought the rest of the family closer together. I'm sure Michi would have loved that. One more thing before I leave. I know that some of my personal friends think I'm on YouTube just because I'm an attention whore. No, I also want your money. No, seriously, I really want this channel to work, and if you're a friend of mine who still hasn't subscribed to me yet, support me already.
Support me already.
I want this channel to get to at least 1,000 subscribers this year. I have almost 900 Facebook friends, so where are all of you? Anyway, I need to get back to editing the Unus Annus video. See you there, hopefully in a few days. Until then, live long and prosper.